Alrighty, everybody, welcome once again back here. We are live. Haven't done a live broadcast in a long time. Been a long time. Haven't seen y'all. Missed you. So we're gonna wait a little bit and see how many people come and join us for our first webcam for probably 2019. We haven't done one in a while. So anyway, my name is Adam. I am here to help you. We are here to discuss the FDA regulation kind of information they gave out about the dog food. This is a question answer. You guys feel free to join our chat room and let me know if you have any questions. So so let's rock and roll. And I want to go over some basics first. I know we're waiting for some people to join us. This is kind of a spur of the moment thing, and I felt it was something that had to be done. This is the opposite side of the studio, by the way. So over here is where the regular ring light is. That's what I use for, I'm usually turned around. So the computer that I'm normally you see, I am actually on that right here. And that's the uppy closey table right there. You see where the little light is. It's kind of cool. But anyway, so that's kind of where we're at with the studio. This bookshelf is leaving. I'm actually redoing everything in here to kind of step it up a notch. So it's going to be kind of cool in the future. Can't wait. You guys are going to see that. So let me give you my personal preference about this whole ordeal. So what this is all about is the FDA put out some information saying that there's been reports of heart disease in certain dogs from eating certain foods. So, for example, Signature, which is one of the foods that we have talked about on this channel before, has had 64 reports of heart issues. Hey, Go Groomer, how you doing? So there's been 64 reports, and Taste of the Wild, which we know I love and I've always loved, has had 53 reports. For Health, which we talked about, I did a thing on that one just the other day. They had 32 reports. Earthborn Holistic had 32 reports. Also, Blue Buffalo had 31 reports. Nature's Domain had 29. From had 24. Merrick had 16. California Naturals had 15. Natural Balance had 15. Origin had 12. And rounding out the bottom here, Nature's Variety had 10. Nutrisource had 10. Nutro had 10. And Rachel Ray's Nutrish had 10. So these are the reports that they reported. Now, if I took all those dogs and added them all together, we're talking maybe about 250 dogs. All right. Now, with the scale of this research that's been done, you're talking about 250 dogs in the entire country. All right. Now, in the entire country, if you take the amount of dogs that are out there in the country and compare that to what we're looking at, there really isn't a comparison. Here's my thing. These were actually dogs that were larger breed dogs. And I can actually show you the AKC's response to this. I'll go do a screen share here. And let's see, I'll go do a screen share, start screen share. I haven't done this in a while, so I apologize. So if I go to the AKC website and we scroll up a little bit, they actually talk about the breeds that were especially, some of these breeds that they had this issue with the hearts, and they were Dobermans, Great Danes, Newfies, Irish Wolfhounds, St. Bernards, American Cockers, English Cockers. So, also talk about Golden Retrievers, Labradors, Whippets, Bulldogs. These are all larger breed dogs. All right. So when, not as a comparison. Yeah. So when you're talking about these breeds and you're talking about these dogs, we're talking about, thousands, millions actually of these dogs that are you're talking about these. Sorry, my phone is blowing up because everyone's asking me how to get onto this. So anyway, as we're talking about this, this is becoming a concern of mine because everyone's jumping to conclusions that their Merrick food that is bad for dogs. Yes, I understand what we're talking about, but I'm not saying Merrick is bad for dogs. What they're saying is if you happen to have a dog that's a golden retriever, you should probably talk to your vet and do some testings for taurine because there's a lack of taurine in that food, and the taurine is what's causing a lot of these issues, and the lima beans. So what you can do is you can transfer to a food that probably doesn't have that. It's not a grain-free issue. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. This is not a grain-free issue. This is an issue of somebody, we don't know who yet, and we're trying to find out. I've actually have some people really that are kind of up in the industry doing some research, trying to find out who conducted this study and who's funding the study, because it's very misleading to me and to a lot of my people that the people they talk about on here, all these groups that we've talked about, I'll show you all of these, the the Acana, the Signature, Taste of the Wild. These are all well-known, very, very profitable companies that are doing phenomenally. And you're going to sit here and tell me that all these foods have a negative effect on a dog, that they're worse than other dog foods that have been recalled hundreds, if not thousands of times. I'm sorry, but I cannot compare these foods that I think are superfoods, compare them to, say, something like Old Roy or Kibbles and Bits or Puppy Chow. And you're telling me that that's the comparison that we're going with? You're telling me that I should be feeding my dog Puppy Chow? I actually had a student come to me today and tell me their vet told them to get Puppy Chow and get their dog off of a holistic diet. That to me is ridiculous. That's preposterous. Some of these foods that we're talking about have been recalled hundreds of times, and that's what they're trying to push people to. And I just don't understand that. Let's find out the research and really understand what we're doing. And before, this never should have been made. This list is so misleading that it's really affecting what people are thinking and doing. You know, at the end of the day, it's not going to work. They're going to find the issue and they'll resolve the issue. And the fact of the matter is that these 250 dogs that we're guessing is 250, well, we'll say a little more, maybe 300. These 300 dogs that we're looking at, right, they are a fraction of the population of dogs in the country. There are millions. There's actually one dog to every 5 humans. So if you think about that, one dog to every 5 humans, how can you even compare that? How do we know that these dogs did not have an issue prior to eating these foods? We don't. All right. How do we know that these dogs, just by nature and genetics, didn't have a heart issue from crossbreeding or overbreeding? We don't. So those are things that I want answers to, because this is very misleading to the industry and misleading to you guys. And you guys should be asking for answers. And what we're seeing here is we're seeing that there's not enough answers that are being said, and people are just judging. People are jumping to conclusion and judging. So what I'm going to tell you to do is educate yourself, talk to someone that knows. I feel that vets are being misled. I feel that they are being told to represent a certain food or a certain branding of food. And I think they're trying to mislead this whole study. And I think they're going to take advantage of it, which is horrible. It's a horrible thing to think about, that someone is going to take advantage of this and they're going to be more profitable because someone put this information out there. That's horrible. So that's pretty much all I got to say about this. If you guys have any questions, concerns, leave notes in the comments below. I just wanted to do a quick 10 minutes, see if anyone joined us. I know this was I didn't advertise this live chat. So let's see if there's anybody in the chat room, and let's see what we got here. Go Groomer, it says, I'm nervous to trust any dog manufacturer in the pet food industry with an unhappy face. I recently started feeding my dogs your golden doodle. Hey, I love golden doodles. Raw diet and occasionally Origin kibble. So that's actually a really good formula. You should probably try food for dogs instead of doing a straight raw diet. Just knowing golden doodles, they really do well on that formula. And it's not a grain-free formula, by the way. They actually have rice and they have good stuff mixed in there. I do have a video about them, and I actually ate that food. It's really funny. But I would do that, the just for food dogs. I would try that food instead of trying to make your own, because that's kind of a headache. I'm sure that is. Origin is a phenomenal formula. It's made in the United States. It's made in Kentucky. Take off the hat. Never. It's not going to happen. Nice try. Lady Killer says, take off the hat. So Origin is phenomenal food made in Kentucky. And I actually have friends that have been to that plant, that facility, and you don't get any better than what you see there. You know, I feel Origin is a phenomenal food. I think Acana is a phenomenal food. I think Taste of the Wild, they're the pinnacle. They're the top of the line of the mainstream formulas that are out there. And I think it's amazing how people are going after them, maybe because they're so good. I don't know. And no, I'm not taking off my hat. They're begging me to take it off. Okay. Take it off. No, I'm not going to take it off. Why? Because you don't think I have, there's hair there. See, I have hair. I actually have hair. There you go. That's all you get. That's it. That's all you get. Take off the hat. So anyway, Humpty Dumpty. So anyway, sorry, my moderators are not here, so I kind of have to do everything myself. Which I don't know where they're at. They should be here. I don't know where my moderators are. Maybe they're joining. That's hot. Keep it up. Take off the shirt. I'm not taking the shirt off. Don't be afraid. That's not happening, my friend. Sorry. All right. Anyway, so if you have a question about dog food or anything in the dog food industry, please go ahead, leave a comment in the chat below. I'll be more than happy to reach out to you personally. And yeah, we're going to delete that. So thank you, Go Groomer. I appreciate you, liking the channel. That's awesome. I wish I can do more. I'm only one guy. So anyway, if you guys need any help or anything, please feel free. We have some people trolling in our chat room, so I'm going to cut this off short. And everyone have a great night. Have a good 4th of July. I hope you guys watched the video I posted this morning. I have a whole bunch of videos coming in the next couple weeks. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Everyone have a great night. Deuces.